equipment live stream meeting. Okay, okay. Are we in the building? Peace, 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 peace. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Let me know how we looking, how we sounding and whatnot. Peace to the family. Peace, peace, peace. I gotta make sure that I am broadcasting live on YouTube. Something took place with StreamYard where they was acting, they talking about they have traffic and whatnot. I never heard of that before. So they were kind of like holding up this show. So I had to go through Zoom. So here we are. We are going through Zoom. We are on Zoom right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. We have a powerful show. Let me go ahead and get my send out some links so I could bring my people in. We had to take another route. This is just like behind the scenes type of stuff with these platforms that we're using or these streaming platforms that we are incorporating and whatnot. So bear with me, bear with me. We're gonna do the roll call. We're gonna get everything situated, and then we're gonna go ahead and have a powerful show tonight. Said that we clear. Yeah, we good. We clear. Everything is great. It's just that I had to pivot and go through Zoom, and I'm used to another apparatus because that's just the way that things work. I work better through StreamYard. When it comes to these YouTube shows, I use Zoom for my classes, but we in class, so shit, it's only right. You know what I mean? It's, it's just water to a well. It's just water to a well. So let me go ahead and pull up. I wanted to play some music and whatnot. See how we gonna do that. Let's see how we gonna do that. But how y'all doing today? Yeah, let me upload this. I got some files. Yeah, I got some files to upload. How's everybody doing? Greetings to everyone. Good evening to the family. Love and light to everybody in the building. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. You could have been with anybody doing anything, but you're here with us. So we appreciate you. And we have a powerful, powerful presentation for you and yours today. You know what I mean? We got a powerful, powerful presentation. We have our alumni, Ross Ben, coming back, you know what I mean, in the building to bless us, you know what I'm saying, with this information. Brother has been doing some thorough research and the time is right. So we're gonna get it in, you know what I mean? We're gonna get it in. Um, let's do the roll call. Start it out like that. Let's see how many people is in the building. Let's go ahead and get some roll call in. You dig? Let me see. Let me see. How many of y'all are here? Let's let a few more of y'all get up in here. You know what I mean? On this nice Thursday and whatnot. You dig? How's everybody doing? Let me know. You know what I mean? Let's check in first with each other, make sure we good, and then we'll be moving. We will be moving. All right, let me see some. Boom, boom, boom. Let's play some music. Get this thing started. Get this little party started. Got some music. Mm. Mm-mm. Boom, boom. All right, boom. Open that up. There we have. What else? Open this up. They added. Okay. I guess we'll go with that. Let me minimize this. Where the hell is that at? Files. Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to play that. Shit is not popping up. That's why I say StreamYard is the go-to, but they acting stupid right now. So you dig? Let's just go ahead and let's do the roll call. Let's get the roll call out the way. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get this roll call. Let's see who is in the building tonight as we prepare the platform to bring on Ross Ben up in this biatch. You know what I mean? Let's bring the master teacher, bring him forward. He has a powerful, powerful message. So that message is going to be shared. We're going to have that successfully. We got a slideshow for y'all. Let's do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building. I'm going to go to my YouTube and we're going to go to do the roll call through YouTube and whatnot. Shout out to my Zoom family, my Patreon family. I see you. Matter of fact, for the Patreon family, let's start with y'all inside of the Zoom and whatnot. Where y'all at? Where you tapping in from? So we know where the family is tapping in from. You dig? Somebody said I had a classic live stream yesterday. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. This was yeah, yesterday we was tapping in. Even Blue Pill followed up. He delivered a classic, you know what I mean? I was watching that. He was going in. You dig? So shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? We this is, we in the springtime. There's solar flares popping off. Shit is real. Like it's up right now. You know what I mean? Like it ain't just how I feel. It's literally up just based off of how shit is moving around from as above, so below. The universe is lit. Shout out to DC in the building. All right. Where y'all tapping in from? Everybody that's in the building on YouTube specifically. Please, let's do the roll call so I know who is in the building. We got Hawaii in the building. Shout out to Hawaii. You know what I mean? Love and light to the Hawaiian family. We're going to be talking about Hollywood, or what we call Follywoods attack on Hapi, on the Hapi Nation. And what we mean by that is definitely the Hawaiian family. You dig? Definitely the Lahain family. Rise in power to all of those innocent lives that were lost in Hawaii early in the year during that fire. People don't even talk about that no more. So much distraction, so much energy is being directed to so many other things that those children, those babies and whatnot, they didn't even get their proper, they didn't even get their proper their proper ashes, because people literally said, oh, they missing, and didn't even follow up on them. Texas is in the building. All right. Shout out to the Texas family. Shout out to the Greenville, South Kakalaka. You feel me? My Geechee and Gullah family. Shout out to Savannah, right? Spanish Moss, the island Spanish Moss. Shout out to Ireland. Yeah, we global. Shout out to T Dot. What you talking about? Yeah, we doing it big, y'all. Huh. We doing it big. We touching the globe right now. Seattle is in the building. This is a global conversation that we having tonight. You dig? We got Texas in the building. You feel me? We have the Sunshine State. And we have North Kakalaka in the building. Shout out to y'all. And then we have Waxahachie. I know I chopped that shit up. Waxahachie. Very indigenous sounding. You feel me? Very indigenous sounding. You dig? I saw Indians when I said that. I saw Indians when I said that. It felt like I invoked some type of ancestor. That's a powerful city right there. That name. We have Wagwan in the building. Shout out to Wagwan. We have Miami in the building. Money is a major issue. Money is a major. Yeah, Miami. We have Richmond in the building. Arizona. I see you, Arizona. You dig? I see you, baby. You dig? Okay, East 49, it's your born day. You a legend. We're gonna have to bliss you. We're gonna have to hit you. We gotta get you something for your born day because you definitely be with us. You know, you a KTLian to the T. Not only are you on the YouTube with us, when we pop up, you pop out too. You know what I'm saying? So that is honorable. You know what I mean? That's all we be asking for. People make things difficult in life and wonder why shit is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all we ask for. When we pop out with us. You feel me? It's a movie. You know what I mean? We will never steer you wrong. You know what I'm talking about? You watched American Gods, the second class 2 day. Yes, yes. It was fire. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Wait till you see what we cooking up with class number 3. Wait till you see what's being cooked up on class number 3. I got inspired enthusiastically by class number 2 because that was a deep dive. You know what I mean? I felt like I cracked some codes and whatnot. And I'm finna go stupid. I'm finna go Hamilton for class number 3. Yeah, yeah. We'll probably even do a little quick preview before the night is out. Anybody who's in the audience who's not a Patreon and want to join us for this month-long masterclass series that I'm doing, yeah, hit us up. Hit us up. I want you to be there. You know what I mean? I definitely want you to get this information. You will never get this on YouTube. You will never get this on Instagram. When I tell you them people with them long noses and them short the real estate agents, they are playing very dirty games right now. They playing around with people's money. They playing around. They freezing accounts. They shadow banning. They took it past shadow banning. They going after accounts now. They going after the money. You know what I'm talking about? They going after bank accounts. They going after Stripes, PayPal's, and all kind of shit. So they are not playing this shit fair. I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay. So a lot of the conversations that we're having, unfortunately, you know what I mean? We got to take this shit further underground. Further underground. The Sentinel is picking up convos. And they not, they're not playing fair. They sorry, they are sore losers. You know what I mean? This Kendrick thing, it has even ramped up their fragility. It ramped up their inferiority complexes and their fragility. So they're putting out a lot of algorithms, a lot of feelers. So be very mindful about what you're saying on these networks and whatnot. I like Zoom. Zoom has a layer of protection. It's not super duper encrypted. You still being recorded. They still listening. They still have the sentinels in here. It's just a little less. YouTube is I mean, you butt naked on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? Like YouTube is like doing a lecture in the precinct. Hey, you feel me? Yeah, excuse me, Sergeant. Yeah, move out of the way. There you go. Lieutenant, excuse me. Yeah, you're doing a lecture inside of the fucking you know what I mean? You're literally doing a lecture inside of the precinct when you're on YouTube. And I don't even mention Meta. You inside of Zuckerberg's bunker when you on Meta. You inside of your surround sound inside of this nigga's bunker. It's an echo chamber that they all hear. They all hear. So I'm gonna learn a new language so I can get on Instagram and speaking codes. You know what I'm saying? Because god damn, they be on the boy. They be on my tail, bro. Shit. They be on my tail. Yeah. So what we got in the building, we have Pearly in the house. I don't know who that is, but shout out to Pearly. We got Jamaican. You know what I'm talking about? We got Inglewood. We got Yukon. Yeah, my wife went to Yukon and whatnot. Shout out to Yukon, the Wolves. You dig? Um, who else we got? We got some peoples up in here. You know, you said ask Jamaica. Yo, Jamaica, y'all claim academics, bomber clot. Yo, Jamaican massive. You claim the man them academics. Eh? You green light academics. Or him not have no fly zone. Him not no pass in the hood them. Louisville in the building. Shout out to Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Fort Wayne up in this B. Yeah, shout out to Fort Wayne and whatnot. Adventures of a Southern Belle. Hey, what's happening there? Lenape in the building. We got Philly, Mystic Philly in the. All right, the show could begin. We got Mystic. I was waiting for you. You're here now. It took you a while to get here, but you're here. So the show starts because Mystic Philly is here. You dig what I'm saying? It's just certain people that, I refuse to start until I know that they're here. You know what I'm talking about? But you're here now. You said they claim, is it real? Nah, 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 nah. No, 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 no. Jamaica, they stunned on is it real? At first, they was kind of folly. I know what you're talking about. But I seen something where they stunned on is it real? They not with the BS. They said, nah, they pumped their brakes. Everybody is turning on is it real? They not on that train. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history. And there's already a few people stuck on the island right now. You know what I mean? Them tweets live forever, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just let alone with this battle that took place. There's some people that stuck on Gilligan's Island, my genius, on the wrong side of history. Nothing that they could do to get back to the right side. You got to stay there. You know what I mean? You got to stay there. I've been on Instagram trolling the shit out of some of these people who are on the wrong side of history. It is what it is. You got to stay there. We throwing rocks at you, Junior. We throwing rocks at you. you could make all of the excuses if you want. You niggas got Drake tweets. Y'all was riding with Drake, and you were on the Titan, right next to the Titanic, my nigga. Your ship has sunk. You need to stay under the water. You can't come back up. You know what I'm talking about? You need to get acquainted with Aquaman and all of these niggas. Little Mermaid, you might be able to catch you a baddie down there, but nigga, you're sunk in place. You're under the water. How about that? The line has been drawn. You can't serve two masters. You know what I'm talking about? For all the dogs, they got Drake out here, Drake and dogs. So you got to lay with that. I told my son, I text him today, you know what I mean? With the A minor line, like, look, man, you're going to have to draw a line somewhere, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know that's your man's in them, but, I need to see you at least get rid of a playlist or something like, when niggas lose, what was the penalty? We didn't even say the penalty. Like the fucking stakes is high. Cause I promise you, if Kendrick would have lost that war, they would have been knocking on doors like bring him out. Bring him out. They would have been taking real niggas and painting their nails and cutting their dreads off, their locks. So what's the penalty? You feel me? We not a violent bunch and whatnot. We just saying what's the penalty? You dig? So if we see if a nigga pull up with nail polish on, what we finna do? What's the penalty? Because something has to give. Something got to give. Something got to give. Make them bunny hop like how me. We should line all of these tough, sassy, aggressive niggas up and make them bunny hop. Yeah. I make them bunny hop. You know what I'm saying? That'll live forever. You know what I'm saying? I need some get back. Fuck that. I need some get back. Y'all too friendly for me. Y'all are too friendly for me. Listen though, just to give you, if you and I'm not the biggest fan of Elliot Wilson. He let me down on a few occasions and whatnot. I used to follow his word. Like he was a journalist that I respected, but he just uploaded the top 20 battles in rap, right? And although I think his list is kind of suspect, he's on Instagram, Elliot Wilson. He's giving nostalgia. He's giving what it needs to give. So I can't throw Elliot Wilson away because he's for my generation, and he's helping the younger generations with their culture. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Those children that we gave birth to, they don't got no fucking culture. They're not culturated. You dig? Shout out to my dad. You know what I'm saying? My father made sure that I was acculturated, me and Blue Pill. When we were little, he was playing all of the jazz, all of the soul music, all of the quote unquote love songs. He gave us what we needed. Shout out to my mama, shout out to my grandmama, shout out to my aunties and them, because they was playing those records that helped give us culture. It was in a backdrop. It's a part of our experiences. It's a part. Now these little kids, who's in your backdrop? Mary J. Blige. No disrespect to her, but that's not real music like that. That's not considered classic music. You feel me? That's hip hop R&B. No disrespect to her, but it goes further than that. Let's keep it a buck. You don't start with Mary J and your ass talk about you're a singer. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're a harmonizer. You didn't hear love music. So you need to go a little further back than that. Don't start off on Jodeci either. You know? So these children they're not culturated. They all they had was Drake in their life. You feel me? Hold on a minute. Did you get so Elliot Wilson is playing, he's giving you Beanie versus Jada Kiss. He's giving you Sheether, right? The hardest diss track from a female MC. I don't even like saying that because an MC is an MC to me. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk. Lord Jamal say he don't listen to female rap, but I do. Sheether, right? Sheether killed Nicki Minaj. She ain't been the same since. Got her acting real weird in these streets. You dig? He's playing, but he's giving you the classic battle rap shit. Like he's putting things into context. So Elliot Wilson on Instagram, if you want to get you some culture, hip hop, battle rap culture, go and check that out. But yeah, we gotta raise these whatever they call Generation Alpha, whatever that shit is called. These Y2K kids, the Ice Spices. Yeah, they need some fucking culture because without culture, you don't have all of the pieces that you need to move through this matrix. Nah. Jamal was talking about prostitute girl gun busting rap. Yeah. I know what he was saying, but he also said he don't listen to. He was saying that he don't even listen to the classics. He said, I never drove around. This is Lord Jamal we talking about. He said, I never drove around listening to no woman on my radio. I'm like, nigga, you didn't have Lauryn Hill popping off? You didn't. I listened to Lauryn Hill. I would listen to Bahamadia and all of them, but I wasn't riding to it. But I was riding to Lauryn Hill. I was riding to Little Kim. I was riding to Foxy Brown. You feel me? I was riding to Charlie Baltimore. What do you mean? They had bars back in the days. Don't do that. I was riding to MC Light too. I was riding to Queen Latifah. What do you mean? I was riding the Vita from Murder Inc. Nigga. She had bars. What are you talking about? I was riding the Boss. Nigga. I was riding the Lady of Rage. Huh? I don't know. I was riding the Eve and whatnot. I liked Eve for a little while. For Pitbull in a skirt. She had me going. The fuck? Yeah. Like Little Kim on a Quiet Storm remix. Talk about she threw a hex on niggas. What? Like, what are we doing? I was riding a Rod Digger when she was with Busta and them. What are you talking about? He was trolling, I think. I think he was trolling. I think he didn't like the they had like a podcast and there was a woman there. I think he was just trying to troll her and get underneath her mustache. Cause what do you mean? What are you talking about? Like the female MCs before this sexy red epidemic, and not to use her as a punching bag and that, because it's people out there that's like, yo, she flowing, but she's flowing, my nigga, but she is not flowing like the women that I came up listening to. No disrespect whatsoever, but they had something to offer. You know what I mean? They wasn't controversial, and motherfuckers wasn't trying to cancel them, and you know, they wasn't under attack for being fake and all of these. They was giving you bars. Am I gonna watch the Trump and Biden debate? I probably need to be under some shrooms or something when I do that. You can't watch that one sober. I need to have a good laugh. You know what I'm talking about? Like I need to have a real good laugh. I'm gonna roll on the floor with that one because he's gonna put Joe Biden in a blunt and roll him up. He's gonna put him in a grab a leaf. He gonna smoke that boy. Rock, you not listening to Lizzie. I'm riding to Lizzie Jeff. I'm riding to Nairobi Selah. I'm riding to Rock, the God Hop. What do you mean? I think he should check that one. And to be honest with you, Lord Jamar, that's the OG. You know what I'm saying? Some people even say we look alike. So pause. And he is entitled to his own opinions. He's a whole legend in the game. He contributed to the culture. You feel me? So he gets to say how he feels respectfully. But I respectfully, have to give my opinion on that topic. And I'm like, nah, them women they be bussing. You talking about like the sisters is bussing, bro. I can't, I would never say that about them. I don't even like to say female MC and male MC. Just an MC. It's just an MC. They rapping, right? It's just an MC. You know what I mean? I know that he's disgusted with what he hears today and what he sees today. And respectfully, I get it. Yeah, Missy Elliott? What? Missy Elliott? Early Missy with the garbage bag, the video? What do you mean? She had sounds. She had sounds. Yeah, he might be kicking the hornet's nest and just rattling things and whatnot. You know. Shout out to Professor Griff, though. And shout out to Minister Server and Paradise Gray. That was a classic show on Melanin Mondays when the OGs came through. Three to Godway, the real big three. Not to, that they're a big three in their own rights. They're going on tour, though. They have a date in Atlanta, which is on Saturday, right after the Malcolm X Fest. So if you in Atlanta, or if you come into Atlanta, just know, yeah, Mia X, Gangsta Boo, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. I would ride to some Gangsta Boo. You know what I mean? Nefertiti, Fly Ladybug from Diggable Planets. They was given. If you're coming to Atlanta this strong there's gonna be some powerful, some good events. We have an after party on Sunday at 640 Evans Street. Me and Blue Pill, we're gonna be playing the album, 48 Pillars of Power. Right, we're gonna be playing it for the family in the West End. So if you are outside, I need y'all to be there. You know what I mean, and pull up and come and catch this magic. You know what I'm talking about, and come smoke with us. Come and Diddy Bop with us. Pause. Oh, no Diddy. Come and Harlem Shake with us. And come and celebrate because we got a whole classic on our hand. And music is timeless. So we're gonna play that thing until it's time to leave. We're gonna rock out. The day before that, Professor Griff, DJ Minister Server, and Paradise Gray, they're gonna be DJing and whatnot, throwing it down at the Black Museum right there in the West End and whatnot. And then Malcolm X Fest is just it's an event in and of itself. It's a movement by itself. The Malcolm X Fest. What more can I say? That is like that's a staple in Atlanta. If you from Atlanta, you know about it. And if you don't know about it, you're not from Atlanta. That's how you figure it out. That's how you settle things. If you don't know about the Malcolm X Fest, nigga, you're not from Atlanta. You're not even a good transplant. You need to be there. Okay. It's a movie. Okay. So they're taking that show on the road. So they will be in different states doing exactly what they're doing in Atlanta. That is Professor Griff, Paradise Gray, Minister Service called Three to Godway is coming to a city near you. And I will be riding with them. I'm rolling with them. I'm going to be on the road with them as well. You know what I'm talking about? I can't wait for that tour to start moving around. Yeah, because that's history. Shout out to Athletics in the building. We was on the road last year, me and a good brother, Athletics and whatnot. And I was with him and his son and his brother, and we were on the higher level tour with 19 Keys. Yeah, we were riding around. We went to New Orleans. We was hitting up. We was in Texas. You dig? We was in Boston. I was on stage. Me and Blue Pill was teaching in Boston a year ago, and we was in Houston on stage and whatnot. And it's crazy because, god damn, what when I think back on it, I'm like, that was a year ago. Wow, that came quick. That came quick. You did. Functified, the MF and Brats. Like, huh? Functified? Remember the Brat? What are they talking about? Like, Left Eye was a rapper, low key, and she was nice. Like, Left Eye, bro. What are we doing? We're talking about Left Eye. You dig? Oh, that is not going anywhere. Sisters is, and then if I was a sister and I was listening to the shit that's out right now, I would be appalled. I would be offended. I would be like, I would feel lack. I would say to myself, well, God damn it. What the hell happened? It's supposed to rain Saturday. It rains every Malcolm X Fest. Do you know why? Because nobody has quote unquote defended Malcolm X. Nobody put in no work for Malcolm X, El Malik Shabazz. So he cries every weekend, every or his birthday weekend, at least one day out of the weekend, he cries. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. There would be no Red Pillar Scorpion King album. There would be no classic if it didn't rain on Malcolm X Fest, right? And the year was 2016. I was with my daughter and her mother. My daughter Bella was just born. She might have been she might have been like 2 or 3 years old. We were down in Atlanta because I didn't live in Atlanta at that time. I would come and visit, right? My mama got a house out here. So we came through for the Malcolm X Fest, and then it rained. And because it rained, I went to the studio that day, Royal Immortal, aka Ghetto Shaman. And we mistakenly, right? Because it wasn't like we was like, yo, we're gonna record the Scorpion King and I'm coming here to lay down. No, it just happened. Like, I promise you, I don't even know where that rhyme came from. I found that shit at the bottom of some rhymes that I had written. And I promise you, it fit the beat like Cinderella's foot fit into that slipper. I don't even know where that song came from. I was literally channeling. I was in the living room recording that shit, and I was just tapped in. I looked over my shoulder. I seen my daughter peek up from the blanket and whatnot, and she had these eyes and whatnot that just kind of like hypnotized me. And I turned around and I just tapped in. I went in my bag and I gave them a classic. I said, I got to do this in front of my daughter. You know what I mean? So that rain is a good thing. You dig? And it's not going to rain all day. Usually it rains for like 2 or 3 hours. and then the sun comes out. We've been doing this, I promise you, 10 years straight. It never fails. It always friggin' rains at least one day at the Malcolm X Fest because y'all didn't body the niggas that bodied him. That's what happened. That's why it's raining. Because y'all let them niggas walk around Newark, New Jersey. They was doing interviews and everything. And y'all say that y'all love Malcolm. But if the dudes that bodied him was walking around in prison and in the streets untouched, then how much do you love this man? If with love like that, I don't need no friends. You dig? Okay, we got Ross Ben in the building. Okay, so let's get this thing started, family. First and foremost, we have to preface, we got to get the floor ready because we are bringing on one of our master teachers. We are bringing on one of our quote unquote KTL alumni, all right? One of the scholars who go way, way, way back with us. I think even all the way back to Blog Talk days before many of y'all even knew anything existed called consciousness or the pillars or know the ledge. You know what I'm talking about? You had no idea. You Blog Talk era, right?
Blog Talk
all day. You know what I mean? We got classics on Blog Talk, as a matter of fact. Where's my brain at? We got classics with Ross Ben on Blog Talk. You feel me? Those was the days. We talking 2010 and 11 and 12. Before this thing was even commercialized. Consciousness was really underground. Remember those days, Ross?
Yeah, man.
Before it became a trend. The word woke didn't even exist. You feel me? We didn't really have I don't even think they was naming it. It wasn't really given like a name. It was just we were being. It was like come to Harlem.
Yes.
Going down.
We just get national with the thing.
Yes.
International with the thing.
International with the ting-dem. You know what I mean? Then the ting-dem blew up and grew up. And here we are, a global phenomenon now. To whereas Ross Ben could get off the plane in Paris, he could get off the plane in the UK, he could get off the plane in Jamaica, he could get off the plane in Alaska. And there's a high probability, I would give it about 70 to 80%, that within the first hour, he would be recognized immediately. That's the power of how far this thing has spread. I mean, but even in Blog Talk days, Ross Ben, you was around the world back then. Because we didn't have a local movement. They were shipping out DVDs all around the world back then.
Yes.
And we belonged to something that they call the Invisible Empire or the Invisible University. Sort of like Fight Club. Remember Fight Club? Did you see that?
Yes.
Tyler Durden. Like he had clubs all around the world and they recognize each other with the head nod. So before this internet craze thing will happen, I could clearly remember and recall being on like public transportation, like a train. And then there would be a brother on the train and he would hit me with the head nod. It wasn't no, oh my goodness,
right.
And blowing up your spot.
You know what it is.
Hit you with the head nod, like, and then you hit him with the ha. It's one of us. You know what I mean? And we were clandestine. People, I despise and I abhor. I don't do all of these I don't do all of that public fake shit. Oh my goodness. No, don't get away from me with that. You know what I mean? That's not what we doing. It's not what we doing. I ain't no damn celebrity. And I don't like the attention. You know what I'm saying? Like you blowing up the spot, fam. You got, I was in an airport. And the brother was acting real fanned out. And it was embarrassing. Fanatical. I'm like, what? And then you got white people eyeballing me like, who is it this guy? Because they follow us. Yeah. And they
random cats wanted your autograph and they didn't even know who you was.
I was disgusted. You know what I'm saying? I was disgusted. And I was with a family member too. And I'm like, yo, I don't need all of that. Because to be honest with you, you doing all of that, but you ain't doing what you should be doing. You ain't never socked to my pocket. You ain't did nothing to help anything. but you
uh,
want to be fanned out in the airport and make me hot.
uh,
No, thank you.
uh.
No, no, thank you, bro.
Yes. Hey, give
So,
thanks for the patience with the technology flip ups, you know?
yes, 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 yes. We had a little
Technology be
technical.
tricky when we come together, we
You
see it
know what I
pattern.
mean? They
They
be like,
like,
we're gonna
nah,
test your
nah, nah.
jaw.
We gotta jam that up, you
You
know?
feel me?
Huh,
Technology be like, you know what? Y'all want to be on that raw shit? We're gonna send y'all back to the streets of Harlem. You get a
uh,
get a get
uh.
a loudspeaker, get you a megaphone and talk to your people because you ain't gonna do it through us.
Right.
But we moved around that, and now we here on the Zoomington, and it feels good because we home, and the family is in the building, and they're excited, they're
All
happy and
right.
whatnot.
All
So
right.
as long as they good, I'm good.
All
You
right.
dig?
Well,
So
us being proactive, I sent you the
yes,
graphics.
yes, you have.
So
You
you
want me
can
to pull
pull
that
them
up?
up when you're ready, Star. Hey, did you wanna well yeah, pull it up.
Okay,
Go ahead and pull them up.
pull it up. Pull up. Can you see it?
Yes.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So briefly, before we even get in the kitchen and start cooking, it's been a while since you've been on this platform. I have to speak to the legend. We're in a post solar ecliptic reality. You
Uh,
know what I mean? We crossed over what I would consider to be a milestone. We bookmarked an epoch and an era, and now we're in a new frequency, a new era, maybe on a new level. So I want to know from you before we even begin, my good brother, what has your experience been in the last, I would say, 4 weeks to 3 weeks in this shadow of this solar eclipse that just took place on the 8th?
uh. Well, it's it's been centered around Happy. That's
Okay.
even why I was inspired to bring this thing up with you, you know?
Yes.
Like, yeah, man, we have to study this thing. And I have more questions than answers, to be honest with you,
And
you
that's a
know.
good thing.
But
I don't want to always have all the answers,
uh,
Raj.
I hear that.
I don't.
But I've been seeing, paying attention, right?
Yes. Yes.
Beyond all of the solar activity that's been going on.
Big
Solar
solar activity.
flares. Yeah, man, them solar flares and just, the sun earth interaction has been real intense. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, as my brethren Rastaim say, at the same damn time,
The same damn time.
there's been this underwater activity
The subterranean stuff, right?
coming up out of Antarctica, uh, off the coast of Africa, and you know, this
Yes.
sub these waters from the deep, these forces from the deep waters
Yes.
been making moves, right?
They have been.
And then again, paying attention. And this is what I've really been asking you about, because I know you're one that pays attention to media and decode
Yes.
what
Yes, sir.
Hollywood and Follywood be up to, you know?
Mm-hmm. And they active right
No,
now.
I've noticed what
Yes.
seems like a bombardment of imagery and propaganda with the subliminal and overt intention of pitting specifically our community against the Aqua Nations, you
Yes.
know?
The
And so
Mer Nations.
the Mer Nations.
Yes. It is a trend that is undeniable at this point. It's become saturated with imagery, films, ideas, and concepts. That's most important. You know, it's not just the films because we watch trailers and we see posters, but we want to go and see what the idea and concept and narrative behind these images are. That's where they get you at.
Yeah. Hey, Pillar,
Yes.
adjust the PDF so that now don't see if you can make it full screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see this. Go to zooming. What else? Let me share it and try to see if there's a. Is that good?
I see you now. And a
With
bro-
it's in the background. Allegedly, let me see. It's supposed to be in the
Nah,
background
it
of me.
was in the background.
Hold on. Let me see. Boom. Is
There,
it? Did it pop up in the background?
yeah, but it's smaller. And you even see half of the next slide. Want to see if you can get it slide by slide. You know what?
Oh,
Since this is a Zoom, uh,
yeah.
let me share my screen.
Okay. Yeah, you could do it via Zoom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
There you go.
Patience is a virtue, y'all.
Ain't it?
Hey, why don't you share with them like some of them films we've been observing because all right, so we seen
Yes. So,
four is
mm-hmm.
you see my thing now
I see it. Yes,
and it's
sir.
full screen.
Yep. It's full.
Lovely.
That
All
it
right,
is.
all
So
right.
as we can see, family, from this poster, we have what they would say a pattern. Okay. And this pattern should speak to your subconscious because I don't recall a time in Follywood where so much emphasis was being put on the aquatic or the Hapi or the mer nation, right? This movie, Avatar 2, the budget damn near was in the range of 500 million. And through the span of about a decade, it took for them to make this film. Then you have Black Panther 2, okay, where the quote unquote villain was Prince Namor, right? And he brought with him the quote unquote Aztecian, you know, that whole aspect of our southern, South American brethren and whatnot, you know, and they had him as an opposing force against Wakanda. Then you have Aquaman, right? And that's a no-brainer. But in Aquaman 2, right? Coincidentally, the villain happened to be a melanated man. Okay. The villain happened to be a melanated man going against what? The Aqua Nation, right? So you have Black Panther going against the Aqua Nation. You have Aquaman, and the villain is going against them. Okay. Then you got Little Mermaid, where they was giving our sister Chloe Bailey, I believe her name is. Is that Chloe or the other one? Holly Berry. Holly Bailey. Holly Bailey, right? She was the main character. She's the Little Mermaid. She's Ariel, right? And she's being attacked and she's being coerced and she's being hoodwinked and whatnot. You know what I mean? And she falls in love with, she's out there swirling. She's deep sea swirling. Let's just leave it at that. You dig? And there are other films as well that are giving us insight into the fact that there is life underneath the surface. They are planting these seeds about, the quote unquote aquatic nations. I would say within the next 5 years, there will be huge revelations about what's taking place in this whole solar system, or this world, this water world that many of us are just currently learning about.
Yes. Yes. So I see all of this happening at as my impressions say, at the same damn time.
At the same damn time.
Has
Oh,
been,
and I left out Poseidon. I'm sorry. I left out one of the main antagonists is Poseidon, but please continue.
yeah. So let's see how was this. Here we go. Right. And again, we say at the same damn time, brethren. As you
The
say,
same
what
damn time.
what I've been involved in, right?
Yes.
Recently, when I was down in South Florida, I had what I'll best describe as a mystical experience with Hapi, right?
Mm.
Or what them would say in the Yoruba tradition, Olokun. I ain't
Olokun.
gonna get all spun out in it, right?
Right.
It's deep, it's funny. I'm gonna share it with you,
Right.
personal. We'll have a good chuckle about it, right?
Right.
But what it ended up doing though was it set in motion a chain of events that have
Okay.
evolved into what's going to be the Happy Oasis Comedic Wellness Experience,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
June 14th through 16th, coming up in South Florida.
Mm. Yes.
And beyond just it gonna be a healing experience in South Florida. This thing really, hey, bring it forward to something I know you would relate to, right?
Yes. I need
And
all of that.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to
I know.
take
I'm
some
talking to
yoga.
KTL. I'm talking to
You
KTL. I
feel
know
me?
what it is, right? We
Right.
gotta tie all of the threads,
All
see the
together. That's
thing
what it's
together.
about.
Yeah.
That's forming that
So look,
Voltron.
when we dropped 2024, the vision of 2024, we said that it was gonna be a year of prophecy,
Yes.
that you really had to know prophecy to overstand the things you would see, right?
Yes, indeed.
And a very important prophecy for I and I to be aware of is Psalm 68.
Mm.
It says, princes and princesses shall rise out of Kemet or Egypt. As we Ethiopians stretch forth our hands and hearts unto Jah.
Rastafari.
All right. And why that's an important prophecy is for a couple of reasons. One, it is the only place in King James and most English translated Bibles that you will find a divine name of God or the Most High, not translated into Lord God or thy Lord God.
Right.
The name Jah is right there in Psalm 68. But hear what it say. Prince and princesses shall rise out of Kemet as we Ethiopians stretch forth our hands and hearts unto Jah. right?
Right.
So the way this thing is unfolded is me and my good brethren, Ras Naeem of Infinite Treasures, who you know is my brethren,
Yeah. Shout out to Ross Naeem.
steady on our good works.
Steady.
We be stretching forth our hands and hearts unto Jah, right?
Yes.
Lined up where he's a solid brethren with the Talmarians, the keepers of the tradition of Kalindi Ai,
Yes.
the
Rising
Kemetic,
power, the Baba.
the Kemetic martial artists
Marshall
and
Hardest.
plant medicine masters, right?
Yes.
And
The
you know,
mycelium gods.
I have a solid connection from long time with Kajar Yah, who is the resurrector of the art of healing with the hands.
Yes. The
What
Reiki.
what them call today Reiki,
Yes.
right? Where she's resurrected as Raseki, right?
Yes.
And my peoples in South Florida are the Basus of the Kemetic yoga tradition,
Yes.
and they got the longest running Kemetic yoga class in the nation, the Yoga on the Beach. They just celebrated their 21-year anniversary, right?
Dope. That's fire.
So it only made sense that, we bring all these schools together,
Indeed.
you know, in a oneness. So this is
No.
what, you know, as as an Ethiopian been stretching forth my hand and heart unto Jah, I've been seeing these prince and princesses rising out of Kemet, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And so, but the spirit that's been what? The hidden hand bringing us all together and making this thing happen. In Kemet, it would be Hapi. In Yoruba tradition, it would be Olukun. Astrologically, some might reference it as Neptune, you know?
Neptune.
Yeah.
Neptunian.
But related to this Follywood thing, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
know, I know, I'm talking to know the ledge. Come on now. I
That
gotta
part.
take I gotta
Period.
take it back to the anciency,
Let's go.
and me living here in the filthy.
And the
It's not of
filthy.
time. It's not of time.
Mm.
Ancient, the anciencies, the ancient mysteries that have created this technological, the electricity,
Machine world.
computer,
Yeah.
and the science of time travel, all right
Yes.
here.
In Philadelphia.
So it's not of time. It's
Mm.
what they call the Titanotomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The clash of the Titans, which is, really the wars of ancient Kemet. It continued. This thing continued,
To this
you
day.
know, to this day.
To this day.
Come on, man. We need to get your
I know
KTL sound effects back in order
it's at
too.
my studio. It's at the studio. I know I gotta bring it in. We got
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Because that would have been right there.
Yeah,
But
that would have been right for that.
without getting too, I don't want to get us too spun out in the anciencies, right?
Yes.
But the bringers of chaos, Kemet, or Isfat, right?
It's fact.
The netter responsible for that is Khnum, Ptah Seker, Min, Set, and Apep and Harishaf, right?
There was a whole crew with them, huh?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The whole. the what them called the Clash of the Titans
Yes.
was the power base of Manetho or Memphis against the power base of Thebes or Waset,
Mm.
right? Ipeti Sut. And so this was the team of Memphis men.
Men. Right.
Manetho is named after men. And this was the sacred city of Ptah Seker, right? But like I say, I don't want to get all spun. Hey, my Rock Spin 188 channel, right? I
Yes.
got a 40th parallel episode called Ballin' in America because Harashaf is ball,
It's ball.
right?
Bile with the two A's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so Ball been over here. This thing we're fighting now, this is the Clash of the Titans continues.
Mm.
You know, this
Yes.
if we so if you want to penetrate that in the fullness, it's I think it's episode 8, Balling in America.
All in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ball.
And
Hey,
that's
that's how we open it with because I'm gonna tell you when we broadcasted was this. It dropped the same strong that they had that uh what was that thing called, that rap battle that was
uh,
happening during the pandemic,
oh, the verses.
the verses, the
Yeah.
classic one with
The locks and
Jones and
Dipset.
the Locks
Yeah.
and Dipset
Yeah.
balling. So
Ballin'. Oh,
it
you
came
dropped it
that
right around that time?
it came that same strong. So I
E.
had to use it as the theme song because it tied right in
That's
to,
fine. Yeah.
you know, the science we was dropping. So, you know, if you want to get into the fullness of how we show these boys we've been battling these boys in a fullness from ancient time. You could check that, right? But I'm gonna just fast forward,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
just want
tell
to add
you,
on that
yes,
the conversation around ball and the exposure of ball and ball activities and the agents of ball. Oh, it's been going crazy since this quote unquote calendar year has started.
oh yeah,
What?
yo, well,
What?
you haven't seen that Ballin' in America episode yourself?
I did. Come on now. I
All right,
did.
all right. Well, we can penetrate that too. We
Yeah,
can
no
update
diddy.
that and penetrate it because it's tied into a lot. And I tell you what, though, man, the history with that is deep.
Yeah, we have to revisit that and do an extensive deep dive because that ball thing, who the owl, Moloch, ball, all of that is coming out. It's all falling to pieces
All right. Well,
because they work in secrecy.
that's
Their thing
another
is
day.
that
That's
is another day.
that's another day.
Yes, I get to it.
But I look forward to that day.
Indeed.
But now to bring it forward, Ptah Seker, right? Greek Prometheus. Yo, he's the manipulator of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And who is this boy today as it relates to Follywood? It's Oscar. Ptah Seker is Oscar, you know?
Right. Wow.
And yeah, man, who's he fighting?
I'm sorry.
Asar, the Asarians, the resurrectors of the
Right.
Asarian order, the upholders of Ma'at. And these were the Netter that were on Asar's team, were on Ma'at's team. Amun Ra, Mut, Sekhmet, Heru, Anpu, Hapi, and Het Heru. So look, this was our power base right here. You know, what the Greeks called Thebes, what we called Ipet Isut,
Yes.
Waset,
What's that?
right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this was our power base, to be honest, in Kemet. We said our home was Napata and Merowe down in Nubia, down, modern day Sudan, you know?
Right.
And who was happy? The Netta happy on our team. Who was happy? It was the netter of the deep waters,
Deep
the bringer
waters.
of the inundation. It was the
Mm,
mysterious subterranean source of the Nile. It was the
mm.
nectar of abundance, because the inundation brought,
Abundance, right?
yeah, the fertile field,
Growth, the fertility.
you know? Everything was based around the bringing of the fertile waters,
Yes, indeed.
Made us happy.
Made us
There's
happy.
no coincidence that the word sound of Happy's name is happy. Who don't
'Cause
want to
I'm
be happy?
happy.
Who
I know
don't want to be
Pharrell.
happy?
Pharrell want
You
to be
know?
happy.
And happy was associated with the collective consciousness of humanity, as well as the global consciousness of water on earth. So now
Wow.
we know through the boy, what's his name, Michio, the boy with the consciousness of water,
Mm-hmm.
Kaku, right?
Yes.
That water has consciousness,
All day.
right? Right? And look, even to tie it in, them just recently found in what? The mantle of the earth, they said a body of water, ocean
Underneath. A
underneath.
ocean at the subterranean level. That was crazy.
That's deeper, that's bigger than all the oceans on the surface combined.
Fine.
This is
I
happy. This is happy. So look, water got a consciousness, right?
yes.
Where's Earth's water consciousness centered? We said it was in Hapi,
Mm,
right?
yes.
So look, we're Hapi's people.
Hmm.
We're Hapi's people. If you study the Titanotomy or the Clash of the Titans, right?
Right.
the uh the Titans are the rebel netter, right? And the the humans or mankind who was on their team were the Cretans. And we know Cretan, like if someone calls you a Cretan, that's like a blockhead, right?
Yeah, that's fighting
And
words.
Cretan, right? But the Cretans were basically like the early settlers of Greece, the Grecian islands of Crete, right? Our team, back it up. I told you, Napata Merowe, the Ethiops. That's why Psalm 68 is so relevant. When them
Mm,
say, what? What them say?
mm,
Them said, prince and princesses shall rise out of Egypt as we Ethiopians stretch forth our hands and hearts unto Jah.
ja.
Because when we study it, Hapi was on our team. And this is
Right.
at the Olokun Shrine.
Real quick, before I
Yeah,
forget, if you go back on that graph that we was just looking at,
yeah.
Hapi is getting a lot of attention right now through the Red Sea.
Uh,
A lot of attention
uh.
is going through the Red Sea right now, activity wise. Globally, the attention is on the Red Sea, and the Red Sea proved to be one of the stalemates in this conflict that was going on in the Middle East and whatnot, because they used the Red Sea and the advantages. The Houthi rebels out of Yemen, they basically used the Red Sea as
That's like a
a
bottleneck.
theater of war, a bottleneck, but a theater of war that has effectiveness. But let us continue.
Yes, sir. So this is the Olatunji village in South Carolina, right? When you study their tradition, them say we are people of Olokun. So the largest shrine in the Olatunji village is Olokun, the Kemetic Hapi, right? And part of them experiences that I told you was unfolding, right? That they're built into this thing. My visit to the uh, Olokun Shrine was a big part of this. But Happy, also, I study many traditions, right?
Yes,
Happy is also the
no more.
what the Dogon would call Onomo.
Oh no more.
Onomo.
Oh no more. I like that.
Onomo. So now there's four major Nomo.
Okay.
All right. And they twin, so eight in total, right?
Yes.
You got Nomo Simi, who are the sacrifice Nomo. They're in Sirius. They're in the Sirius star system. Okay. You got the Nomo Titiani, who are like the star nations, the Ophan, the orbs, in Ethiopic tradition, it would be the Ophan, the Aphanim, right? Uh, you got the Nomo Ananago, who would be like the eight primordial humans,
Mm-hmm.
Asar, Aset, and them original eight. And then you have Onomo, who is Nomo of the pond, Nomo of the fresh water, right? And Onomo is depicted when you really cipher what do the Dogons say about Onomo? He's like a consciousness from Sirius that instead of incarnating in a human form, right, incarnated in the deep waters of the earth. They also depict Onomo as that fish savior that brings oneness to the collective consciousness of humanity. Has a lot of, we say Christ, Christos, uh, fish that came from heaven, sacrificed itself for the atonement of humanity, right?
Yes.
You hear a
The
lot of those
fish.
themes in
A lot of those things.
in the tradition of Onoma, right? And again, this
Yes.
is the spirit. Like, why am I building on it? It's been my experience working with this happy oasis. And I even heard my elder, Kwame Sunhorse, on Black Magic recently. I don't know if he was tuned in or if he heard about it or what, but he even dropped how the oasis
Mm-hmm.
means our ancestral spirit in service. Our ancestral service and our ancestral spirit in service, you know? So, yeah, man.
Yes, yes.
I
Kingdom.
thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to speak about the Happy Oasis
And
experience with the family.
yes.
But I feel it's important that we come together on this frequency by this water where
Right.
this happy energy is, you know? The spot,
Indeed.
the spot where it's gonna be sent is called the Blue Oasis. Yo,
Mystical.
mystic, mystic,
Big mystic.
mystic, like, you know, I'll be honest, why I don't want to share my mystical experiences there because they sound so wild.
Wipe your mouth like that.
I'm wearing
Your
my
mystical your mystical experience. Nah, I mean, I would encourage you to share that because my audience, we are prepared. We this is what we into. You know what I mean? Like you'd be surprised. We may be able to match your experiences and be like, we went through something like that too.
yeah.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
I'll just say it involved. I will tell you this part. Did a manatee? I'm there, right?
Yes,
Wild stuff went down, right?
indeed.
All right, I'll run it. Why not? You know, you know.
That's right.
So it was kind of early in the dawning, right? And uh, I had risen up. I was out by the water, having a dawning meditation, right?
Oh, yes, indeed.
And the Blue Oasis is next to a rec center where there's like a big field, big baseball field, and then a rec center, you know? So,
Like a gym and stuff.
nah, more like, place you could chill and grill,
Oh, okay. Yes.
basketball court, you know?
Yes.
So I see this man running through the field and Babylon chasing him down.
Yeah.
And a helicopter appears. It became a
Damn.
real dramatic scene, like real quick, you know? And I'm out there, burning and looting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So of course, adrenaline and all kinds of, you know, unproductive uh hormones is racing through me, you know?
Right.
Not the
Fight or
kind,
flight.
huh? Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
like fight or flight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're trying to set your role like, hold on, what's going on around me?
Right.
What's
So
forming around me?
it's gonna sound weird, man. It's gonna sound, you know, but it was like the best way I could describe it was I saw like a bubble dome over the blue oasis. It was like,
Like a
imagine,
protectorate in a sense.
yeah, imagine if a bubble was blown. You know how bubbles are blown
Yeah,
up out
yeah,
of
yeah,
water,
yeah. Right,
right? So imagine if a bubble was blown from the water there,
right.
right?
Over. And
Over
it
the
came
blue
from
oasis,
right as a
right?
protectorate.
And let me even just say like more like I have clairaudient experiences frequently. You know,
Right.
I'll hear ancestries and communion, right?
Right.
Very rarely have clairvoyance where I see
See
something.
it.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
This thing was out of my norm of
Mm.
experiences. So I'm kind of tripping, right?
Right.
First I see this thing with Bobby wrong going on. Like I said, there's a helicopter. You know, by now Babylon got the boy. They hemmed him up, kind of roughed him off, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, but now I see this thing, right? And I'm just like, wow. So then by now a next brethren comes up, right?
Right.
And you know, we're kind of laughing about it, like, you know, oh, that's, you know, damn, you know, it's early in the morning for that, you know.
Right. Right.
And we look at the water, and by the water, they got one of them, they got the mystic trees. You know, the mystic trees in Florida with all them roots.
They go into the
Hanging.
water and stuff.
Yeah, and there's reeds and different things,
Read it. Right. Right.
right? So it isn't like a straight path from the water, from the like open
Right. From the
water
land.
to the land, right?
Facts.
So I see this, what in my mind at first I interpreted to be like a remote control boat, because it was like
Mm.
this floating technology. And
Yeah.
it was, how you could tell it was like intelligent movement, because it was navigating through the roots
Mm.
and the reeds and
And the
stuff.
reeds and stuff.
It was
Right.
just like working its way from like out in the water up to the shore.
How
So,
big was it?
huh?
What was the size of it?
It was maybe about it was like, imagine a floating device that was maybe about 4 inches square in diameter and about
Yeah.
a foot high, right?
Mm. Okay.
So immediately, because I got all that adrenaline and angst in me from that thing went down, I was like,
Right.
oh shit, the popo got some remote control camera,
We got a water drone or
a
something.
water drone, like, you know.
Right.
And I was like, yo, Mikey, do you see that? And because I told you my brethren had come up,
Right.
but you know, he wasn't all adrenalified and stressed. You know, by the time he came up, we was laughing about it, right?
Right.
So what did he see when he looked at the water? A manatee.
Okay. That's that. That's the
Those
animal,
big
right?
manatees, yeah.
Right.
A manatee had worked its way from the big water right up to us. But they have put, I guess they monitor the manatees, right? So
Right.
they have put this device on it. And that was what I saw, was the device.
Right.
Because you know, once Mikey was like, oh, manatee, and I could see her for what it was. I saw it was like some straps on it, and that this thing that was floating was attached to the manatee, right?
Mm.
So the manatee comes right up to the edge of the water and communed with us, brethren. And if like I've been wanting to study this. If manatees and dolphins, because you know how one say,
The dolphin got the DNA, the
or got,
dolphin communicate, the
yeah,
dolphin
it can
tapped
like
in, right? It could
telepathically,
talk to you, right?
right?
When you think about it though, no, not to cut you with, the manatee would be almost the closest. It not the same as a dolphin, but there are
It's a
similarities.
mammal, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
aquatic mammal, right? And but the thing is, I had an exchange with it,
Oh,
you
you built
know,
with it.
like you know, it was bugged out, man. It was bugged out, and but basically, you know, it was a message from Happy,
Right.
you know, the aquatic nation,
Right. Right. They sent
you
their
know.
messengers.
You know, and see, I know how I would think if somebody came telling me this,
Right. Right.
you
You'd be
know.
like, what was the strain that you were smoking,
Exactly,
sir?
exactly.
Was
And
you was you on this pack right here? Was you on some
hey,
you was on that
hey,
pack right there?
you know, but it has unfolded in a series of events,
Yes.
you know, that here we are.
No, that's beautiful. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that the intelligence of the ocean, of Happy, of the waters of Nu, do not communicate with those who are energetically and spiritually ready to be communicated to.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
And you know, the ocean is the one of the biggest mysteries. The waters are one of the biggest mysteries on this planet. And I encourage all to explore and to really break that fear, because whoever put that spell on us, whoever turned us off from the ocean and from the water, whoever put that, because it's a mass spell, it's a blanketed spell. You know what I mean? It's a crippling spell.
Hey,
Fact that we were born in water, people like to
pull up,
retort to the huh?
we'll pull up that video too. Go
Oh,
ahead,
for sure.
finish your
Yeah,
sound.
we
I
we
it just
we yeah, we are aquatic beings from birth. It's not even a choice. You know what I'm talking about? Like we were all in that sack together. Pause. Swimming in and swimming in the waters. So from whence we came, we will return. And I would really encourage those of us out there, especially those who fear the water, not the not y'all lifeguards, those who fear the water, those who don't get in the ocean to clean the energy off of them, those who never been to the bottom of an ocean and touched the bottom of an ocean and just sat there for a minute. Those who I'm talking to, you need to get in the water. You know what I'm talking about? You need to get in the water. Most importantly, the Florida waters are different, hit differently. I've been in many oceans and whatnot, and I'm not gonna say that the Florida Ocean is better than the ocean in St. Croix or the oceans in Mexico, but on this in the USA, on this part of the land, definitely the land of flowers. You got to get in that water. You know, definitely got to experience that at least once.
Extreme flavors? Don't sell sass.
Oh, can you share that, or do you want me to pull that up? How you want to?
I'm gonna share it. I'm
Okay.
just lining it up.
Yes, yes. Make sure that there's a thing on Zoom where you click that says share audio. It's a little box. You know what I mean? So we could all hear the sound too.
All right, all right. Now let me get forward to Zoom. All right, let me see. Share sound. Let's see. All right, what y'all see?
I
Which
see the YouTube channel. Yeah, I see the YouTube channel. Real quick, the sister on somebody said on the YouTube, the magnesium from the ocean salt source. Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. The mouth wiping. You gotta hit that again. Brrr. The that
Having a
sea
great
salt
day
is
over here at ventusky.com, looking at today's significant wave height map. Look what's returned. This is today, the 25th, looking at April 9th. This is what we saw a couple of weeks ago, this strange
Yikes.
anomaly that appeared over here deep in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Again, there's something else down here showing significant waves. Once again, we're going to step this forward 3 hours at a time, go up to 8 a.m. You can see the waves are still there, showing some sort of a disturbance, anywhere from 52 feet up to 63, 75 feet. We're going to step it forward another 3 hours, and you can see this is taking on a different shape. It's turning into what looks like a giant V, to where this last one back on the 9th stayed basically the same shape on its journey from the southern Atlantic Ocean up towards the southwest coast of Africa, remaining much like that the entire way. This thing here, as you're going to see, spans out a couple thousand miles and turns into what looks like a giant V. Here we go, still implying a wave disturbance down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to continue to step it forward 3 hours at a time, watch the shape change. You can see it's still the same disturbance in the same general area, but it's not moving to the north. It's staying down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean and getting wider. It's a much broader field, but you can still see the horseshoe shape. Looks like a big U down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean. And you're starting to see this new feature that goes through the center. See it? What looks like a curved rope. We're going to step it forward another 3 hours. There it is. That curved line going through the center of what looks like a giant horseshoe, occupying now most of the South Atlantic Ocean. This is tomorrow. We're stepping it forward 3 hours at a time. This would be tomorrow on the 26th at 11 a.m. Again, spanning a few thousand miles. We'll go over here to zoom.earth and just kind of measure real quick the general area spanning from right around deep South Africa over here to the south central Atlantic Ocean. And you can see somewhere around 2,600 miles wide. And that's approximate. And there's the one from the 9th that didn't get quite that big. And here's the disturbance according to ventusky.com tomorrow at around 11 a.m. So going back in time to right now, this is supposedly what the disturbance looks like deep in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Once again, originating from the same area, but it has a much different shape, showing a wide area of disturbance. So it makes you wonder exactly what's going on with this instrumentation. Is there really some sort of disturbance down here? Maybe an underwater disturbance that isn't necessarily visible via satellite, or even over here at Zoom Earth, it looks perfectly normal. But for some reason now, back in February, twice now in April, we're seeing disturbances in this part of the world, unknown significant wave height disturbances that are mysteriously showing up over here at ventusky.com. This is the second time in just over 2 weeks now, second time in April, seeing a large wave disturbance deep in the southern hemisphere in the South Atlantic Ocean. Also, guys, make sure you go over and check out Rockstar Preacher's YouTube channel. You can find a link down below in the description box. He has a wealth of knowledge. I know you guys will learn a lot.
I think that's it, Star.
That's crazy. So my question to that would be, are there no overhead drones, or would they not send a complete, would they not send airplanes to basically record and to take pictures? Is there not like ships that are going towards those waves that are like, yo, these are, I like seeing it on a graph, but there's something in me that's like, I want to see that I want to see what that really looks like from the ocean perspective.
Right. Well, what some of the speculation has been,
Yes.
right? Is that why you don't see a change on the, you don't really, it ain't not visible on the surface. But what is being detected by that instrumentation as these giant waves moving through the ocean? Something from the deep. Maybe a ship, maybe a fleet, maybe a being, maybe Onoma, but whatever it is happening at the same damn time. And it's something we got to pay attention to.
Yeah, that was that thing looked humongous. Like it literally, as I'm looking at the globe, it was the size of a continent, damn near. Like that was humongous.
Yes.
They had it by the base of Africa, and it was the size of the base.
And again,
So
just to bring it forward to how you open this thing, like this is at the same time Follywood is advancing a major campaign attempting to pit us against what's in the deep.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
I see it.
give thanks, Red Pillar, you know?
Yes, star. Give thanks. Give big
Yeah, yeah,
thanks. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Matter of fact, if they want, let's say somebody wants to join the family in Florida for this event, how would they go about doing that? I do have somebody that they were inboxing me, asking me how to get tickets to this event. They want to be in this water.
Yes. So they can go to the Raseki Healing Arts.
Is there a link by any chance? I could
Yeah,
just
there is
drop it
one.
in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me a second on that.
Yeah, no rush on it. Family, I am going to drop a link for anybody who wants to join for this weekend or the Strong End event. I will be there live in the flesh. I'm going to receive what they have to offer. You know what I mean? I'll be in the audience, getting that Reiki, getting that ocean, getting a little bit of resetting done because, it is much needed. And there's no better place to do it but the water. You know what I mean? So I encourage all of us who need that reset. And, because this is a healing weekend. I mean, we got Reiki, we got yoga, we got the martial arts. I'm sure that there's going to be some type of medicine being performed. The food is going to be on point. You're going to be in that sun, that Florida sun, and you will be amongst professionals, okay, with the combined maybe thousands of years worth of quote unquote professionalism amongst the collective, because many different families and different sects and different groups will converge, come together as one to offer services to the people that are showing up. So that's a lick right there.
And can I build on this too for a minute?
Of course.
Why this thing is like, more than just we say you know, just an event, right? Or a retreat. Okay. Those that
Oh man, I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but spirit just hit me with the floods. Spirit just hit me with the look at the floods going on all around these quote unquote areas. Brazil flooded, right? Africa flooded, India flooded. It
yes,
was it was raining in Dubai, flooded. You feel me? So this is this is these waters. So I can imagine all of these waters in the ocean going crazy, but it affecting because people are saying harp this and all of this stuff. But what about that anomaly right there having the resulting aspect of it making it rain in all of these places where it does not rain? The desert was flooding, guys. Okay, the desert. But please continue. You finding, yo, you still looking for the link, Ross? So we're gonna wait for him to get the link and then we will continue. You dig? Somebody said maybe that's the lost continent that we're seeing. That's interesting. That is interesting. I don't feel that way, but you could be correct. Ross, you with us? Let me see. I might have got knocked off the thing. Oh, there you go. You on? I think you might be on mute. You might have to unmute your phone if you're in the building, Ross. I see you in the queue though.
Here
There
I
you
am,
go.
Star. I've been having
Yes. You good.
attempting to drop this
The link, right?
yeah, I should drop it in the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. And I will share it. Yes. We could wrap it up. You know what I mean? We've been in the building over an hour. Yeah, people definitely got what they came for, and we look
There you go,
forward.
Star.
Thank you. I got you. I will share that for the family in the Zoom. Click on that link and go and check this out. And I look forward to seeing y'all if you do show up in Florida.
Yeah, what I started to say, right?
Yes.
You study this thing, man, right? One of the biggest issues our community has had building is good relations,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yes.
even when you study like the Kemetic schools, it's
Mm-hmm.
been a tradition where not only have they like come together and work collectively,
Yes.
at times they've even worked against one another, right?
Right.
And so, on levels, man, this thing is, we say, historic on that level. It's a
Right.
show of unity uh, that, you know,
They haven't seen in a while.
that we haven't seen in a while, and we look forward to it being, something that sets a different tone from 24 onward, you know?
Yeah,
So,
rightfully so. It's
yeah,
time.
man, come and be a
Rightfully.
part of this thing. Be one of them princes and princesses rising up out of Kemet as we Ethiopians stretch forth our hands and hearts unto Jah,
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, feel it.
Thank you, Red Pillar,
Thank
for
you, Ross Ben.
allowing me to share this with your community and go deep, take a deep dive with you. I know it's few ones I could, you know, build on something as weird as this,
Right,
and
right.
and to be grounded and rooted
Right.
in a reality.
You already know. You're ready, man. We here for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. I'm
Yeah.
here for things like that. This is what piques my interest. You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back to that channel, the G333, because he had a lot of content up there. So he be watching the stars and the oceans as
Yeah.
above, so below. So you got these solar flares going off. You got all of this solar activity. You have one of the biggest solar flares jumping off of the sun. And then you showed me the goddamn blob moving through the ocean looking like shit, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take my inquisitive mind and go down the rabbit hole and you know, just allow it to solve some problems that I may have needing to solve. But yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate your delivery. I appreciate the information that you brought. And I appreciate love the fact that you were able to bring all of these powerful organizations, entities, and groups together in the name of healing, in the name of, you know, just the overall experience. And I do look forward to meeting the fam in Florida, the land of the flowers, in June. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting my you know, I gotta hit the gym and get my goddamn Happy Nation body
Get your
together.
beach body ready.
Gotta get my
Get your
beach
go on the
body
beach
ready.
body.
You did. I get my beach
Hey.
body ready. You know what I'm saying? They got them 6K cameras. Them pictures live forever. So you know, we got to put on some things. But
Hey, sir.
appreciate you, bro.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Love and
No
respect
doubt. Love and respect. All right.
every time.
No doubt. No doubt. So for the family in the building, I want to say thank you for pulling up. We appreciate love y'all. You know, we will return maybe tomorrow because we have class on Sunday and we need to remind the family what we got coming. So look out for Sacrilegious Sundays, Saturday Night Live. And then maybe not Saturday night. No, it's a lot of shit going on in Strong. But we'll see. We'll see what we could do. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. We love comments. And make sure you share. You know what I mean? You don't, you know, that doesn't cost you anything. It is an act of not just love, but it's an act of reciprocity. You know what I mean? So make sure you subscribe, share, and comment. And we will see you very, very soon. You'll get a notification when we go live. And with that being said, love and light to the family. And we out. All right. Peace.